Okay, Vortex, so I've really been holding back. Haven't wanted to talk about this particular subject. And the reason why I haven't wanted to talk about it is because this is a subject that has been talked about so many times by so many different people all over the internet, all over the news media, by all the politicians, all the people that exist, that have any kind of authority, okay? They've all talked about this. Now, I'm of course referring to none other than this very precious AIDS virus that, you know, is obviously very, 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 very serious. Otherwise, we wouldn't just keep talking about it incessantly. Okay. Sorry. I got distracted because I saw a cop. But anyway, I have ice cream in my car, and I just now remembered that. And I've just sort of been like dilly-dallying, even though I have like a frozen custard or whatever it was that I chose. I don't know if it was like gelato or something. Anyway, but yeah, so I just saw a commercial at the ever so reliable television at the gas station that was advertising the whole mask charade. Okay, now a lot of this has been debated, you know, whether masks are efficient. Now, personally, I'm not gonna debate that issue because it's obvious that a measly piece of fabric is not going to keep you from getting sick. It's more of like the fear that so many people have, like, I'll wear the mask just to make people shut up, that kind of thing. That's why I do it. But what this commercial was trying to reinforce was how masks save lives, and how just wearing a mask makes you a really, really good person that probably has even better intentions than Karl Marx. And how wearing a mask not only saves lives, but it makes you a hero. That's right, you're a hero. If you just wear this little piece of fabric, you're a fucking hero, all right? And you have all these different people self-righteously gloating about why they wear the mask, okay? And they actually said, no, I'm not going to say the word because I don't want this channel to get, but they said until there's a robot juice, starts with a V, okay? Until there's a V, we have to do this. Now let me tell you something. There are several, and that's actually not what it is, by the way. It's a chemical pathogen, but whatever. Whatever, who cares what I'm injecting myself with? Donald Trump's out of office, right? Even though he's the one that pushed the whole thing, it's kind of weird how all these people that have spent the past 4 years whining about his presidency, how they can't wait to get injected with stuff that he pushed in record time. But anyway, let's not get into that. Well, this commercial was not just suggesting, but basically barking at you. What this commercial was trying to get people to do was wear a mask, regardless of if it's logical, regardless of if it does anything at all. It's all for show, and everybody knows that. I mean, I literally do not know anybody that actually thinks it's effective. It's just most people are sheep and they just do what they're told. But it's like this commercial was just like stressing that, oh, if you care about people, this is what you do, which just pisses me off. Like any time that something that's obviously political, they're using it to try to enforce this idea of like moral high ground or something. Like you're a really awesome person, like you really, really care about society if you're willing to do this really lame thing that doesn't make sense that everybody else is willing to do because they haven't questioned it further. You know, like the fact that they're doing that, and it's so obviously like a psychological trick. And it's obvious to me because we've studied psychology. I mean, we're not scholars or anything. We're not experts, but, you know, we've studied it. And, you know, the fact that they try to, you know, coerce you into doing things they want you to do by playing on your, you know, do-gooder self, you know, like the part of you that, of course, you know, very narcissistically and self-righteously, like, thinks that you're doing the right thing, you know? That's what it's playing into. They want to get people to do stuff that they tell you through psychological tricks. So if they can make you think that you're a really, really caring individual, all because you wear a mask, you know, that I mean, that's a special kind of brainwashing. But it's not just that. I mean, it's like they literally like are shaming people. Like they're shaming people and they're humiliating people. They're trying to make people feel stupid or sociopathic. Like you might as well be a sociopath if you refuse to wear this piece of fabric over your face. Like you don't care how many people die. That's right. I mean, the fact that they're making it that serious, and not to say that, you know, this isn't a serious thing that has negatively impacted people. I'm not suggesting that it's not, but anytime that something has been made political, you can no longer trust any of the information that was put out prior to its politicization, if that's how you say that word, politicization, whatever. Yeah, but it's like they're gonna really like ostracize the fuck out of people if they don't comply, you know. But the reason why most people they fall for this stuff is because they don't have any self-confidence. You know, I mean that's what I think. They don't have any self-confidence. They're so worried about being shamed by a total stranger or getting scowled at by, you know, what do they call them? Karens? Those bitches. They're so afraid of that. They're so afraid of being judged by some liberal piece of crap. You know? It's just funny to me. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just this stuff is, once again, pretty obvious to us, but to the average person, I guess it's not as obvious. But I just hate any kind of like psychological tactics like that. Like, you know, obviously exploiting the ignorance of the masses, because obviously the masses don't know much about psychology or they would already have figured this out. Hey, come on. Come on. I want to show y'all what happened. Look at this bag, y'all. That's right. It's over. That bag lasted a while, though. It lasted a couple years. That's what happens with all my bags, though. Eventually they break because I just put too much shit in them. You know, it's the problem with being a woman.